Mangyan is the umbrella term for the 8 indigenous groups of Mindoro. Originally coastal dwellers, they migrated to the mountains to escape from the Spanish colonizers and Moro raiders in the past. The Alangan Mangyans live in the municipalities of Nauhan, Baco, San Chodoro, and Victoria in Oriental Mindoro and in the municipality of Sablayan in Occidental Mindoro. The name Alangan was derived from the name of a river and mountain slopes in the upper Alangan Valley. The costume of Alangan Tribe. The women Alangan traditionally wear a skirt called lingeb, and this is made of long strips of woven nito or forest vines, and it is wound around the abdomen. This is worn together with a G-string called abayan, and the upper covering is called ulango, and the ulango is made from the leaf of the wild buri palm. Sometimes a red kerchief called limbutong is worn over the ulango, while the men Alangan tribe wears G-strings with fringes in front. The Alangan Mangyans practice Sweden farming, which consists of 11 stages, and 2 of them are the firebreak making or agait, and the following called agpagamas. A firebreak is made so the fire will not go beyond the Sweden site, where the vegetation is thoroughly dry and ready for burning. 2 years after clearing, cultivation of the Sweden is normally ceased and the site is allowed to revert back to forest. Betel nut or betel nut chewing. It is also noted among the Alangan Mangyans like all other Mangyan tribes. This they chew with great fervor from morning to night and saying that they don't feel hunger as long as they chew betel nut. Betel chewing has a social dimension, and the exchange of betel chew ingredients signifies social acceptance. Alangan Mangyan are Sweden agriculturists who reside in a tiny or large abodes. The families in the tribe are usually kinfolk related by blood or marriage ties. Their spiritual beliefs are connected to their ways of livelihood, which is Swedening. Agricultural ceremonies evoke the relevance of farming and the belief in spiritual beings or forces that can give a good harvest. Binayi is a sacred female spirit, caretaker of the rice spirits or the Kalag Paray. She is married to the spirit Balungabong, who is aided by 12 fierce dogs. The Kalag Paray must be appeased to ensure a bountiful harvest. It is for this reason that specific rituals are conducted in every phase of rice cultivation. Some of these rituals include the panudlak. It is the rite of first rice planting, the rite of rice planting itself, and the rites of harvesting, which consist of the magbugkos or binding rice stalks, and the pamaguhan, which follows the harvest. The traditional Alangan big house has different levels or paikamalayan, which is spacious dwelling for a new families who live together and are related by marriage or blood ties. Each family has to contribute their stacks of seeds to the kuyay, which is called caretaker, who is in charge of preserving the rice seeds for the next planting season. Ang pamamaraan ng kanilang pagtatanim ay tinatawag na agtugda.
Agtugda, sa salitang Tagalog, ay ang pagtatanim. Ayon sa aming kultura, ay linalagyan ang cross sa gitna ng taingin ng taniman. At yun ay bilang palatandaan na kung gaganda ang mga tanim dahil may cross siya dyan. Dahil tinatawag din namin yung Panginoon. Hindi, ang pamamaraan namin pagtatanim dyan ay sabi-sabi kami doon. Yung magagayaan, marami. Isang kabuuang grupo.
Sa panahon ng problema, hindi mahirap sa kanila ang hanapin kung sino ang nagkasala.
Ginagawaan namin ng isang tungko at mayroong kalderong malaki na may lamang tubig at mayroong bato sa loob. At yun, ang sinumang naging suspect noon ay iiko doon. Kung sino pong may napaso, makikitang lintog dito sa kamay, ay siya ang may kasalanan.
Ang tawag sa sistemang ito ay tigian. Kapag ang nagkasala naman ay 7 hanggang 10 taong gulang, ikinukuskus sa hasaan o pinipitpit ang kamay ng kahoy at ang tawag dito ay ang pisa. At kung ang nakagawa naman ng kasalanan ay matanda na, siya ay parurusahan sa pamamagitan ng pag-ipit ng kanyang 2 paa sa gitna ng mga kahoy at ang tagal nito ay depende sa kanyang nagawang kasalanan. Ang tawag sa parusang ito ay ang pangaw. Yan sa Oriental Mindoro depends solely on the wisdom and leadership of elders called aplaki. The Mangyan Alangan elders serve as the primary provider, consultant, and decision maker. They are the one who decide what to do on particular matters and everything that lays concerns on the people and to the whole ancestral domain. To the Alangan Mangyans, health or wellness meant harmony with creation, which involved being able to obey and respect the owner of the forest, the land, and all its resources. They believe that they incur sickness when they offend the owner and the spirits who are taking care of the forest. The Alangan Mangyan's healing system is facilitated by the aplaki, and it depends primarily on the environment. Alangan Mangyans rely also on the medicinal plants found in the forest and to the rest of their environment. Here are the common ways of the healing rituals among the Alangan Mangyans. Number 1 is agpansula, 2 is pangakuan or panata, and 3 is agpamana. Agpansula is a ritual of praying to God through offering a pig or a chicken. It's either dark or black in color. While pangakuan or panata is laying promises to Kapwan Agalapet or God. And the third one is agpamana. It is the hitting the bad spirits through the use of bow and arrow. The next one is agloop. It is the burning of materials, food, and other things that might cause discomfort. It is to relieve from pain. The next is the salabong. It is the driving away the bad energy from other people or unseen creatures. And the last rituals is the agpanagula, and it is the restoring of good energy of a sick person. The first medicinal plants used by Alangan Mangyans is lubidan. It is the indigenous term. In Tagalog term, it is lubigan. The part used here is the stem and leaves of a plant, and the disease or illness treated is the stomach ache. And how to use it? It is used in chewing the stem. Next is the alibakwaw. There is no Tagalog term here. The part used here is the leaves, and headache or fever is a disease or illness treated. Placing the alibakwaw leaf on the forehead is the ways of using it. Geta. Dita in Tagalog term. The bark of the tree is the part used here. The disease or illness treated is the lost bowel movement or LBM. And boil the bark of dita tree and drink the juice is the ways of using it. Sibukaw. The part used is the stem, and the disease or illness treated is lack of red blood cells or aching body. Boil the bark of dita tree and drink the juice, and apply the juice to the aching body. It is the ways of using it. Mamen or ikmo or buyo in Tagalog. The part used here is the leaves and the stem, and the disease or illness to be treated here is the cold or kabag. The only way of using it is extract the juice and drink it. Kulutan or damong kambing in Tagalog. The part used is the leaves, and the disease or illness to be treated is the boil or yung tabanlian ng tubig. The only ways of using it is grind it and pour or placed on the boil. The kudiapa or mayana in Tagalog. The part used is the leaves, and the disease or illness to be treated is the asthma. The way of using it is extract it and drink the juice. Tibanwa. The part used here is the stem, and it is for the injured bone. The way of using it is together with the oil placed on the injured part. Balagasa is for the woman who gave birth. Ang ginagamit dito is the leaves, and the way of using it is heat the leaves on fire and place on the womb. Kusor or duso. The parts of the plant used here, the stem and the leaves, and it is for the wound or para sa mga sugats. The way of using it is place it on the wound to remove foreign materials. As time passed, they had come across the modern world. Will they stay the same or change and adapt? Let's find out. We have Lina, one of the young member of the tribe Alangan, and she will be our basis of how much they change as they come across the modern world.
Katulad ng ritual na pansula, yung tinatawag namin pansula. Yung pansula ay yun yung baboy na kinakatay. Then yung laman may tinitingnan doon yung mga matatanda na sila lang yung may nakakalam. Parang may meaning. Kung doon sa laman, makikita nila doon yung masama na mangyayari at yung mabuting mangyayari.
Ano sa tingin mo ang dulo ng mga pagbabago sa uri ng pamumuhay mo?
Sa ngayon, yung dulot na pagbabago ng pamumuhay ngayon ay malaking pinagbago kasi ngayon. Kasi ngayon, bawal na magkaingin, bawal na yung magsunog sa kabundukan. Dati, yun talaga yung aming anak buhay. Doon lahat kami nagtatanim, doon tumutulong ng mga pangangailangan. Kasi, katulad ngayon, bawal na. Mayroon na mga batas. Tapos, meron na rin mga bagong ibinigay sa amin na para makatulong din sa amin na hanap buhay.
Bali, sundan lahat ng mga tanong namin. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Maraming salamat din po.